there's a lot of good to love here. There's a lot of good to love here. I feel like, maybe not for Jason, and maybe not for even me, but there's gonna be someone who's gonna put this on every Christmas.
Yes.
And they're gonna, and this is probably not just one someone.
It's so funny.
It's gonna be a lot of someones that are gonna be like, it's Christmas time, watching Violent Night at my house. You want to come over? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, sure. An elite team of mercenaries breaks into a family compound on Christmas Eve, taking everyone hostage inside. However, they aren't prepared for a surprise combatant. Santa Claus is on the grounds, and he's about to show you why this Nick is no saint. That is what I found on Google about the new movie, Violent Night. So if you don't know, now you know. We always do our one sentence review. So let's go ahead and do our one sentence review. Let's kick it off. Lisa.
Okay, my one sentence review for Violent Night is you better watch out. Santa's coming to town with Thor's hammer.
Jason, go ahead and hit us.
My one sentence review is I came here looking for kills and they tried to give me the feels. I felt really bad for John Leguizamo.
Ew.
I always feel bad for John Leguizamo, just in general.
Murder his best friend.
You shouldn't.
I feel bad for him.
And for me is jolly old Saint Nick got hands.
Facts.
All right, let's kick off this discussion. Jason, you want to start about the story of this here movie?
This is going to be a shocker because this movie technically would be right up my alley. I really didn't like this movie that much.
Oh,
and it's very odd for me that because this is a movie that's
I am horrified.
And I did not care for this movie that much. I felt like they tried to make it something it was not, and they should have kept it to what it was. It's just Santa Claus throwing them hands on jokers. But then we had this stuff like all the family was bad people, and then the little girl trying to give us sentimentality with her and hers. And I was like, dude, I just want to see Santa Claus throw hands. I don't care about any of this. Hell, the only person in the story that I felt bad for was John Leguizamo, because that Joker got framed for shit when he was a kid. And I was like, oh man, is this a moment about racism in America? Or is it just because people are stupid? I don't know. I don't care. I just want to see the hands being thrown. And the kill was great when they finally got him up out of there. It was a beautiful kill. And I was like, yes. And there was a lot of beautiful kills in here. But I guess I just thought it was going to be straight up Santa Claus Die Hard. And I got Die Hard mixed with a little bit of Nobody, mixed with a little bit of John Wick, which all things I think I would like. But I guess all together, I didn't like. And I just wasn't here for it, man. I mean, the action scenes are good, but then they were so spread out. So that kind of bothered me that it didn't kind of make it continuous. And then they kind of, you know what? And I'm going to tell you the point where I was like, F this movie. When he finally did get the real hammer, it was the end of the movie. He didn't do nothing with it. And I was like, what a fucking waste. Why even put that in a movie for us?
It's for the sequel.
Oh, F that, man. And y'all probably going to say some great things about it. And maybe it'll make me rethink my take on it, because I was like, it's cool, man. I didn't, all right.
Lisa, I'm going to jump in here real quick, because I wholeheartedly disagree with Jason.
Okay, go ahead.
For one thing, okay, so here's the thing. Maybe I don't disagree with Jason, because this movie is definitely not for everybody. For me, this movie seemed like one of those, if you're watching a movie and they give you a trailer for something that's over the top fake, and you're like, oh, that's a funny trailer for that funny fake movie. This is that movie that would have been made.
Mm-hmm.
And for the whole entire time, it's tongue in cheek, but it's definitely playing it straight. But it's the fact that they're playing it so straight makes it so funny to me and so hilarious that Santa Claus is doing these stupid one-liners, and he's trying to do his ho ho ho, and all sorts of crazy stuff is happening, and David Harbour is not winking into the camera, going, "Haha, this is me as Santa Claus, and this is supposed to be fun." He's giving it his all, and the fight scenes in this are freaking awesome. They're just so much fun. I do have to say, the little girl got annoying.
Mm-hmm.
She's a child actor. Rudy, yeah, Trudy. Trudy was
Yeah.
Trudy was like, y'all need, just because she's biracial and cute don't mean y'all need to put her in the movie, guys. I love little biracial girls as much as the next person, but y'all need to stop putting these little biracial girls who can't act in movies. All right, y'all need to put them in some school before they come in and trying to carry a whole movie by themselves. But other than that, I enjoyed the fact that most of this family were a bunch of terrible human beings. You know, the son was like, "Yo, I'm trying to get out of this life," you know, so I stole the money. I don't even care. And the mom was like, "Thank you for trying, son. At least you were picking up what I was putting down. Like, you got to be ruthless. I get you."
That's what I'm saying. Like all the stuff about it has bad tonal shifts. Like anything with him and the girl is bad tonal shifts because it's like, oh, we're trying to be serious and real, and everything about this movie is goofy, spectacular. Like that's what bothered me. It was like, and it's like huge gaps in the movie when they do this.
I feel like the sentimentality is a part of the sacchariness of this. That makes it even more goofy that they're taking this so seriously, and that's what I enjoyed about the movie. So, Lisa, why don't you go ahead and give us your opinion on this here film?
I loved every second of it. No, so I was gonna say is so it was like down to the wire. I didn't think I was gonna get to see it, and then there was a last showing, and at the last minute, one of my friends came in clutch for me. Shout out to me, Jung, and was like, "I'll go watch it with you." So I saw it at 9:00, and I didn't fall asleep. And like I wasn't even tired. Like, and that is if you guys know me at all, that is amazing. Like it is. I fell asleep during Alien. We can talk about that later. But so
this is where Jason fires you, by the way.
Yeah. So yeah,
writing up right now. Writing up dismissal.
I didn't take it seriously. I thought it was so over the top. I thought it knew it was over the top. I loved when Santa finally got to Trudy in the attic, and she was like, "I did it like I attacked the bad guys like the movie, like Home Alone." And she was like, "It was so funny. She literally helped murder 2 people." She's like, "It was so funny." And she was just like laughing, and I was laughing so hard.
When the dude starts walking up the ladder and he slips and he gets the nail through the jaw.
Yeah.
Yes, I loved it. The kill, and I love I thought it had great kills, like you said. Just the first kill, how he falls on the icicle,
yeah,
and Santa's just like, you know, like it just. I just thought it was great.
That first,
from the moment, Santa threw up on the lady on the roof, I was like, this is the best movie I've ever seen in my life.
That better than Avatar, where he's fighting the dude in the den or whatever, and it's like just one unbroken like fight scene, and like they're getting David Harbour's face in this, even though they probably just digitally masked it onto, but it's like, you know, and a lot, and they worsen it in the later on in the film. They do a lot of cuts and edits in the fight scenes, but like this one time, they were like, "We're going for broke," and I thought that was like spectacular. And then when he ends up on the freaking icicle, because he had looked out the window to jump out the window, and you knew that was going to come back.
Yeah. And then just like yelling at the reindeer because he stepped in their poop, and you know, just like it felt like. Yeah, I loved it. Fuck John Leguizamo. His character, there is no redeeming anything from him. I don't feel bad for him at all. Like,
here's the thing: in a lot of states, Georgia including is one of them. If someone dies while you're committing a felony, you get charged with murder, whether you killed them or not.
Oh yeah.
So that's on John Leguizamo. He should not have broken in. But it also goes back to think, like, especially in like the Santa Claus in this movie where there's actually a real Santa Claus. Like, are parents just stupid?
Or no, he explained. No, he explains it. It's only for kids who actually really believe. So it's not like he's not doing it to every kid on the planet, and it's for kids who still really believe in kids who really need him. So it's like. But then
there's still the parents who are like, where do these parents come from?
Yeah, you know, I mean, we've done that before. We're like, did we buy that gift? Or I mean, we've done that before.
I only buy my kid one gift anyway because fuck these kids.
Yeah, hell yeah, they got enough shit anyway. Fuck them.
Yeah. But I was like, where'd you get that from? Like, where did this Xbox come from?
Yeah, I mean, if it was an Xbox that showed up, sure, but they were talking about. I can't even remember now because.
Well, he had nothing but like video games.
Yeah.
Though, like he was like, does nobody want a sword now? I'm like, if I were a child in this movie. Bring me a freaking sword. You can get one of those.
Or Rick and Morty style. Give me a lightsaber. You know what I'm saying? Bring me a lightsaber.
but I also thought that the guy from Twilight, the dodo, Cam, I can never remember what his last name is. The boyfriend, the sister's boyfriend, who was like the model or whatever.
Morgan Steele, Cam Gaginet. Gaginet? I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's got letters in it.
Ganty or something like that, or something.
He was in Twilight.
Yeah, he played I'm pretty sure he played a vampire.
Oh,
I know. He played a vampire in Twilight. I know. He was hilarious, and like whenever he was just like, "My gift to you for Christmas is like literally a proposal for her to give him money."
Right. It's just like don't get me wrong. Like it's. All the things you're saying is correct. It's just I wish the movie would have kept that energy, and it was like gaps where it lost that energy to do things I don't think it was necessary. Like the whole walkie-talkie conversations were completely just trying to make us feel like care for these characters. Like I was perfectly fine with all of them being fodder. Like even I thought about too, like because even I was in the movie when I was like, I would have wrote this scene differently. The one I was thinking about is like the ending. When it's like, oh, I believe, like you've been goofy the whole time. The scene would have worked so much better if he would have been laying there dead. They think they caught Santa. They're freaking out, and this motherfucker wakes up and goes, "Oh, Christmas magic! I told you I don't know how it works." That would have stayed in its own, but it was like, no, we gotta get real for a minute and be like, we all believe in. No, get them warm, like you see what I'm saying? Like it's these moments and pockets where they.
But he does say Christmas magic after he comes back to life.
Right, but I'm saying, but the moment before that, they played it straight, like it was
and then
real.
This is like you burned $500,000.
Right. Like it's just these moments where like they play it so real, and I'm like, why is this in this movie? And that's what I think for me, it kept pulling me out of it because I'm like, okay, and hell, like, Jason knows I'm predominant if I fall asleep in the movie, and I almost dozed off when one of the fucking microphone scenes with him and the girl, and I'm like, okay, that is letting me know that this is very bogging down the movie for me. But I guess maybe, like Jason said, in my mind I promoted, I was like, oh, this is going to be over the top, crazy. And it was, but I didn't expect the other quote unquote beats. Like, why do I care about John Leguizamo's backstory? Why? Why do we need that? Like, it makes no sense because you're not trying to make him
that when he gets killed.
But I'm saying, but was it like it didn't make him more of a villain? It didn't make him more of a redeemable. Hell, you can make an argument. It might have actually felt them more like empathetic to be like, oh, this kid was doing a bad thing, but ended up turning out way worse than the bad. Like, I don't know. It's just moments.
It sets you up for the heartwarming moment when Santa goes, "I just bring gifts, man. I can't fix people," and I was like,
yeah.
Look, as I said, it's not for everybody.
And like I said, it's bad because this movie seems like a Jason hit. Like this is one thing. I'm pretty sure if Jason walked in, this was thinking, "Oh, Jason's gonna love this movie," and I was just
because I've learned that if I like a movie really well, or if I hate it, you're gonna be the opposite. If I love this thing, Jason's gonna hate it. And if I hate it, Jason's gonna love it. So I was like, "Oh, I like this movie," so I knew Jason's gonna be like, "This shit's some garbage."
Okay, but for real,
I say it's garbage.
The ending with the son over the dead body. Who's like, he's like live tweeting it or live. Oh god, that was so funny. So funny.
It was little snaps or whatever.
Yeah. That shit was. I was laughing so hard. And everyone's a bad guy. Like there are no good people in this entire film. They're all bad guys.
The black girl
murdering people. She's murdering people
because she had to. She was in a hostage situation. I'm killing people.
They already had it handled, and then she's still just
nah. You're coming after my kid. You're threatening to kill my kid. Y'all better not miss because
it's all questionable. The sister immediately throwing the brother into like torture
She's his
him.
favorite.
She's his favorite torture. I was
or
like,
when she's
oh my
running
God,
for the safe room or whatever, she's like, "There's two of us. Take me, Mom." And she's like, and her son's like, "Mom," she's like, "Take me and Bert."
Right.
Yeah. So funny.
There's a lot of good to love here. There's a lot of good to love here. I feel like, maybe not for Jason and maybe not for even me, but there's gonna be someone who's gonna put this on every Christmas.
Yes.
And they're gonna, and this is probably not just one someone.
It's so funny.
It's gonna be a lot of someones that are gonna be like, "It's Christmas time. Watching Violent Night at my house. You want to come over?" Mm-hmm. And I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah.
I mean, this would be a great Die Hard, Home Alone, Violent Night night movie-thon. I guess it would fit great in that.
Because it literally is Die Hard with a little bit of Home Alone in it, and then they throw in the Santa Claus just for fun. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did he inherit the Claus powers, or like?
No, I think he's the one and only Santa Claus. I think
that's what I assumed. Like he used to be a Viking or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really well versed in Santa Claus lore. I always thought he was Greek. So the whole Viking thing is like, I don't know where this comes from. And also that's part of the movie where I was like, we probably didn't need all this. Like, oh yeah, he was a Viking, and all of a sudden he's got Christmas. When I think of Christmas, I think of the Vikings.
I think they did it only, this is just one other thing. I think they only did it just to show, like, oh, this is why Santa Claus got hands. I think that's the only reason they put it in there, because I would have never questioned it. Right, because I think some people would have questioned how Santa could fight so well. So
if you've watched the other same movie, Fat Man, you're just like, oh, he just can do this. He can just fight off world-trained assassins. I guess all that anti-Semitism in Mel Gibson just allows him to fight off assassins.
The more anti-Semitic he gets, the more he powers up his Fat Man. Yeah. Yes.
Which I would imagine Santa Claus to be an anti-Semite, I guess.
I mean,
no, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that.
We don't go by these houses.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely
Star David.
You better leave that up to Hanukkah Harry. We ain't coming by.
Even though Santa Claus is a vehement racist, but that's another discussion for another day. All right.
No. He's not racist. The Dutch are racist.
Just because other mythologies started to exclude that doesn't mean Santa's initial run did not have that.
Yeah.
The
For
Dutch
those who don't know, we're talking about
it was originally
Black Rob, Santa's slave, who in certain European countries, they still dress up as, particularly in the Netherlands, they put on their little black face. They have so much fun. And they're Black people that live in the Netherlands. They're just like, y'all can stop.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And it's very red lipstick, darkened skin.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's bad. It's real bad.
I don't judge people's
culture. It's our culture. And like, all right,
but Europe sucks. Let's just go ahead.
Well, what do you think we learned from?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad, we learned it from watching you.
I learned it from watching you. All right, let's go on.
Do coke, we'll do meth now.
I learned it from you, Dad.
Watching you. Oh, the 80s were a good time. Okay, so
they still are. So for those who don't know, now you know. We do a little rating system here at headcannoncircus. If we think something is good, we give it a head. If we think something is mid, we give it a cannon. And if we think something is garbage, we give it a circus. All right, let's talk about just the overall general story of this. Lisa, what would you give this?
Overall general story. It gets canon.
All right. Jason?
I agree with that. Canon.
I will also third that. Canon. This is not it's not Shakespeare, guys. Let's just call it what it is. It's not gonna blow your mind. It's
not gonna win any awards, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Let's go with the action scenes here. Jason, you start with us today.
Action, I'll definitely give it a head. The action's on point.
All right, Lisa.
I agree. Action gets ahead as soon as he touched his little nose and went right up the fireplace with Chuck with that one. I was like, yes, I've been waiting for this moment.
I will also third that and give this a head. Overall Christmas magic. How would you rate this movie? Lisa.
Overall Christmas magic. I mean, yeah, it's got to get head. It's the only way anything makes sense.
Jason?
I'm right there with you. It's ahead. I mean, literally, 'tis the season.
I love pulling categories out my ass, but I'm also going to give it a head because I know what I'm going to say after I say it. I'm like, yeah, it's a head. I definitely enjoyed this movie. All right, and now let's finally go over to our numerical rating. We give it 1 if we think it's very, very garbage. You should skip it, or 5, 2, 5. We don't give it a 1 or a 5 because that would just be a really shitty rating. But a 5 would be, it's a great sudden classic. It's a hit. Lisa, what would you rate this movie from 1?
It gets a 4. I think I'll watch it all the time.
All right, Mr. Jason.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5. Again, the kills are great. I just think it has some tone issues, but I mean that's just probably more me thing.
He's entitled to his opinion, Lisa.
He's entitled to his opinion. I just felt it in my soul.
As I said, it may be wrong, but at least he have it. I would give it a 4 as well. Actually, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 because I really, really enjoyed this movie, and I also think this would probably be. I think it's better than Fat Man, which is another movie that's like this, and I think this might actually become one of those Christmas classics that people watch, unless people that don't actually go to church or what have you. Mm-hmm, so people who celebrate Christmas but aren't Christian and go to do what the things they go to that book club every once a week that they do.
Bible study?
Yeah.
I had no clue. I was just gonna shake my head and roll with it. Just rolling with it. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Let it engulf you.
Oh, I guess we're reaching the end that the Elvis fans like, which is the end of the show. I don't know what I said there. But either way, thanks everybody for joining us. If you would do us a favor and like, share, subscribe, comment, interact, because as I iterate a lot and keep reiterating, it feeds the algorithm and in turn will give us money. And that's what I do things for, because we're not in a cashless, classless, stateless society yet. And so therefore I need money to survive. So do the thing so I can get the thing. And maybe we might get t-shirts for people. I don't know.
Yes, you get free merch. You give us money, we give you free stuff. See how
that works? It's like it's a quid pro quo. Also, for this month or this quarter or this period's book club, please make sure to get the 5th season by N.K. Jessamine. It's a big one, so get it now so you can have time. We're gonna hopefully give you plenty of time to read it. We haven't picked a date yet, but get it now so you have time to read it. And then Lisa's going to email her, and she's going to not get back to us, but she's going to try because Lisa's good at getting to people. I guess next week we're going to definitely have Avatar 2, and probably Aliens.
Yes.
And then something else, probably something animated.
Under the Red Hood.
Under the Red Hood. So those will be our next features for next week. Make sure you watch them if you haven't watched them already. So if you don't want spoilers, especially for Avatar 2, you come in here because we're going to spoil the shit because we're giving you a fair warning now.
Also, I'll have a game of Trash and Treasure next week. Bring that jewel up out of there. Yes.
But thank you all as always. Lisa, you have any last closing words for our guests?
Yes, shop local. It's Christmas time. Please dip into your local vendors and dealers. Support your economy, small businesses, make the world go around. Also with the holidays, especially the time change, I swear to God, it's been brutal this year. Check on your friends. Mental health is important. Just a simple text. Hey, how you doing? Haven't heard from you in a while. Please check on your strong friends. They're the ones who are never going to ask for help. So that's it. Be kind to each other.
And always shop with your local dealer because he gives you the best price. Jason. Do you have any closing words for our
I was
guest?
gonna say, I mean, my local dealer has the best weed, so that's no, all jokes aside. But again, thank you guys for watching, listening. Numbers look great, getting better, starting to get more subscribers. So thank you to everybody who's joining us and watching this for the first time, and hopefully this won't be the last time. Hopefully, you enjoy us, keep with us. I don't have any positive message like Lisa, so I'm just gonna say there's 3 things in life you always gotta be. You're gonna live, you're gonna die, you gotta pay taxes. That's it.
Damn, that's depressing.
I know, right?
You can be anything you want to be, kids. Actually, that's a lie. You can't be anything you want to be.
If I take it from my mother, she would like the 3 things she would do is live, pay tax. She was like, you're gonna die, pay taxes, and stay black. She's always said that's the only 3 things I gotta do. I was like,
I ain't gotta do nothing.
If you choosing death, and taxes, okay.
I'll even pay my taxes. Fuck
right. Wesley. All right, Wesley.
Thanks y'all so very much. Be kind, be considerate, and always tip your servers and bartenders at least 20%. It's holidays, if not more, because that's how they live. And if you see Jaren, that motherfucker, rob his ass. All right, he needs to get robbed right now. Okay, look at me. It's not a crime because it's Jaren.
It's not a crime.
Please don't actually rob Jaren. He needs his money too. Have a wonderful night, and man, get away from her, you bitch. I don't know what it is.
Space Cowboys.
Space Cowboys.